Oh, Merry Christmas, everyone. I thought, you know what? It's Christmas Eve. Why not do a quick little live stream? I actually meant to do it a couple hours ago. But you know what? Why not get on and see who's on there and talk to some people? Hope everyone has a Merry Christmas tomorrow. And I can't believe it is here. It seems to have been came in a way very fast, but in a way not. It all depends on your perspective. And then the new year is going to be here before you know it. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely going to be glad when 2020 is over with. Let's just hope 2021 is a lot better for everyone. So I just that's it. Hopefully someone comes in here soon and we can talk about some stuff. Supposed to get a bit of a cold front here in Florida. They said tomorrow's supposed to be like the coldest Christmas Florida has had in like 20 years. So we'll see. It actually was very nice today. It was warm. It was windy. It was great. I would love every day to be like this. Oh, I'm holding this by hand, my phone, but I have a gimbal I got actually earlier this week. Yeah, earlier this week. I haven't opened it yet. I plan to film an unboxing video, but it's a DJI one. I mainly do it when I do want to do some live stream and say at out in public. I don't intend to use that very often, but I thought I got a good deal on it. It was through a Black Friday sale, so I'm gonna get it because I plan to use it once in a while. They make gimbals for regular cameras, say like. Well, I used a Canon G7X Mark II. I guess you could buy a gimbal for that, but the gimbals for those kind of cameras are like really expensive. From what little bit I looked into it, it was like hundreds, so I didn't do it. The gimbals for the cell phones are relatively very cheap compared, but you gotta be careful with some of these things. You don't want to go too cheap. If you go too cheap, you get what you paid for. So it's like don't expect to get really high quality filming on a super duper cheap phone. And it doesn't work that way. Sometimes you have to spend money to make it really nice. But eventually I'll get the gimbal for my regular phone. It's just gonna take some time. It's like I said, expensive. I want to do some more research into it. So I think it would really would help. Is I like to film when I'm walking, and sometimes it gets really jerky. Even though the Canon G7X Mark II has some good stabilization to it, definitely a lot smoother than my old one, my old camera. But you're still gonna have a lot of jiggling around when you're walking. And sometimes just this how it is. You gotta film and walk at the same time. And I've seen some people coming in and out, but no one said hi yet. Yeah, speak up and say hi. Let me know who you are. Oh, well, Cornelius just left. Well, that's okay. I don't know if too many people's going to come in because it is about 10:30, and I actually intended to do this a couple hours ago, and I just didn't get around to it till now. So a lot of people are probably busy or they're sleeping already. And again, it's 3 hours behind me in California, so it's 7:30 there about. So yeah, there'll be still some people up. I'm actually really enjoying this phone. I used to have the Galaxy J3, and this is the Galaxy A11. It's not top of the line or nothing. There's far more expensive phones than what I have, but for what I use it for, it's doing good. And I think the camera it's not too bad. I actually think it's definitely better than the J3. It has like those three cameras in the back, then instead of the one. I made sure this time I got a case, and then I got one of those protective glass that goes over to protect it. I know it's not guaranteed, it doesn't guarantee anything, but it definitely would make it more protective, less than the chance of it breaking. And just with the case on it, and then that plastic or that glass covering over it, it's heavier, but it feels more. Well, definitely protected, but it almost feels like it's more expensive. Like ooh, it's like that protective covering, like you're. Yeah, so I'm happy. If I had this on the gimbal right now, I'd be able to hold it farther away. They're so close. That's my tripod that I use to film like food reviews and stuff. That's actually the cheapest tripod you can get, really. Well, at least what I found, I got at Walmart. The first one I had eventually broke, and it was basically the same thing, but made by a different company. Even though it was exactly the same. So I'm not sure if the company changed their name or what. I mean, for what it is and for what I need it for, that's okay because I don't need to do fancy angles or anything with it. I basically just set it up. I stand in front of it. I do the review. So it's good for what it is. I think that was like $15 or $10, something like that. It was very lightweight. It feels cheap, but it does its job. I don't really need a very expensive tripod, anyways, for what I need it for. Now, if I ever go at a higher level with YouTube, which I like to do one day, then maybe a definitely more expensive tripod. As long as it works, it functions for what it does. But I do admit that sometimes it doesn't exactly go the angle I really want because sometimes I want to do something a little bit different, and it's just hard to get to do it. I see someone's in here. Speak up and say hi. Several people have come in and out, and they haven't said anything. If you don't intend to stay, at least say hi and let me know who you are. Just doing a quick Christmas Eve live streaming. See how everyone's doing. Talk different stuff. Wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I generally am pretty much prepared for Christmas. Got everything we wanted. Decided to have lasagna this year. Didn't want a turkey again because I had turkey during Thanksgiving. I didn't want a ham, and I thought about some seafood. I thought doing something special with that, but I decided to do a lasagna. So I was thinking New Year's, I'm probably gonna have like swordfish or something special. It's almost like another day to me though. At least with New Year's, I always watch the ball drop on TV. I'd love to see that in person, but when you crowd in a relatively is a very small space, when you crowd about 1 million people in there, and once you get in there and there's no bathrooms and you can't use a bathroom, no, and you have to be there for hours and hours and hours and hours. I couldn't do it. Some people can get in line and wait forever for a concert, a political rally, whatever. Just stand around for 12 hours, 24 hours plus. I couldn't do that. Let's think. I actually have a ton of videos scheduled to go live. I have videos scheduled to go live all the way up to January 14th. I have about 30 of them. Several days I'm having more than one video, but I have so many building up. I have a whole bunch of Christmas stuff. I intended to have all my Christmas stuff live and on YouTube before Christmas. That's just not going to happen. So I have them Christmas videos about 2 or 3 a day, all the way till New Year's. I might have to go past New Year's because I still have more on my old camera. I haven't even downloaded yet. Most of them are Disney, Legoland ones. I wanted to do some non-theme park Christmas stuff in Kissimmee and Plant City. I don't think I'm going to get to it, but some of them go to the end of the year. They're still happening, these events, so I may have a time. I don't know. I have to see. I'm planning in January to generally take a break from theme park stuff. There's these whole bunch of other attractions and museums I want to start doing. So I'm going to take a break, probably mostly from Disney and our theme parks. If I do anything, it may be just one day next month. It all depends. But I really want to do a whole bunch of non-theme park stuff starting next month. I have a whole list. I wish I could show you. I have stayed in like Google Maps so many points of interest that I want to go and film. That almost turns the entire, especially Central Florida, green with those dots. I have some in Southern Florida, some in Northern Florida, a few in other parts of the country, but I haven't really marked other parts of the country. It's not realistic for me to get there right now. So I'm mainly concentrating on the Central Florida region. And you know what? There's tons of stuff here. It's not like, I mean, it's not like I'd say some other parts of the country where there's not as much, because just simply put, with the way the weather is and the way it's situated, there's a lot here in Florida, and so there's a lot for me to do. Most of it's been covered by other YouTubers, so it's not brand new. I think a few things though might have been some things that others haven't done. So I intend to just Try to get as much as I can. It would take a very long time for me to get through it all, though. And if I did research online every day, I'd find new places in Central Florida alone every day that I think is worthy of visiting and doing a video on. Because there's just so much here. I know a lot of people want to move here. I've been noticing a lot more traffic. Can't believe 10 minutes and no one's said anything yet. I'm heartbroken, guys. No one wants to talk to me. Well, actually, I understand because being Christmas tomorrow, a lot of people's busy with a lot of stuff. So I wasn't sure there was gonna be too many people coming here right now or not. I don't. Why not just do it? If anything, I could do some announcements. Let's see. I mentioned what I plan to do. I plan to do a lot of non-theme park stuff starting next month. Hopefully, I still may get to some Christmas stuff after Christmas is over. Because there's some, like I said, there's some Christmas events. It goes to the end of the year, so I may get to one. There was like 4 or 5 that I really wanted to do, just didn't have the time. This past year's been tough, not just for me, but for a lot of people with the virus and everything. And earlier this year, my mom and I was sick with the virus. My father died from the virus. About a year ago, my brother died of a heart of well, I won't get too much into that, but he died too, as a lot of you know. I've talked about it. Hi, Merry Christmas, Conrail connoisseur. How are you? I've actually been talking for like 12 minutes, and no people's been coming in and out, but they haven't been saying anything yet. So it's good to talk to someone finally. Just doing a little Christmas live stream and talking about some plans. Oh, well, thanks, Conrail connoisseur. How are you doing? You all ready for Christmas? I'm definitely gonna be relieved when this year's over. Hopefully, 2021 is better for everyone. Yeah, 1 second. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a minute. But anything you want to talk about? Oh well, thanks. I appreciate that you like my reviews. Yeah, I picked up a couple other food items today, um, but nothing too huge. Decided to have lasagna tomorrow for Christmas. I just bought it in already pre-made. I thought about making it, but I made lasagna before. It's such a pain in the butt though. Pick that up and some shrimp. I didn't want a turkey again. And I wasn't really in the mood for ham. Yeah, I actually have a whole bunch of food reviews that still need to upload, and there's a whole bunch more I still need to film. A friend of mine actually sent me, and I have not showed it yet. I haven't filmed it yet. Several different food items from different countries. I love doing those. Those are so much fun. But I have to film a video showing what my friend sent me. But that's cool. Like what? Yeah, I know a lot of things been going on with all of us. Oh, hi, Dragon1624. Oh, that's cool. You got a gaming laptop. That's nice. Well, I have some things to play games on it. I used to have an Xbox 360 until it kind of went toasted. So I like to get another one or possibly get an Xbox One. I know they have a new one coming out, but I if it plays Xbox 360 games, I might just get the Xbox One. That's cool, Dragon 1624. That's cool. I actually thought about doing that cereal at one time. Well, Merry Christmas, Dragon 1624. Actually, have I came across some old food reviews I did like a year or two ago. I need to upload, and there's still a ton more to film. You'd be amazed. There's so many different things out there to try. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for stopping in, Dragon 1624. Hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's. Goodbye, Dragon 1624. Well, that's cool. Which one? Because I went to the Armadale Comic Con and I did Free Play Florida. Was a couple of them I did. I'm actually always interested in hearing how people find my videos. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, yeah. That was the Toy Expo thing I went to in Lakeland. So I know which one you mean. Yeah, Batman's my favorite superhero, so it was pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that Snyder cut of the Justice League movie. See all that stuff that they skipped in the original one. Ben Affleck actually wasn't too bad as Batman. I actually ended up liking it. I thought it was going to be a bad choice. Don't get me wrong, Ben Affleck is a great actor and all. But it's Batman. No, I don't think so. He turned out to be actually very good. Michael Keaton's still the best. But none of them were really the imposing figure that you'd see in like the video game. So it's kind of hard to find someone like that. That not just has that aura, but good at acting. Yeah, so do I, Conrail connoisseur. I always liked action figures. I have a few. I saw this one from when I was a kid I got for my birthday. It's a mummy one. And you put his mask on, how did it go? You squeeze the legs together and his like head pops off along with his mask and everything. It's so cool. I wish I would have kept the packaging to it. I'm assuming it's for a movie, I don't know. But I still have that thing. Jeez, I gotta look for it. It's around here someplace. Oh, so you more for Marvel? Are you more of a Marvel guy? Yeah, I like them both. I still have these wrestling figures from like the 80s. I think at one time I had the wrestling ring to it and all that, but that's long gone. I still have the figures. It was at Toy Expo. They have a lot of stuff like that here in Florida, Comic Cons and things like that. I want to get to a Repticon again. Well, how old are you? Okay. All right, so we're not too hugely different in age then. Yeah, some of the action figures could be worth quite a bit of money, especially like the Star Wars ones from the '70s. Some of those Stretch Armstrong ones, some of the very rare ones. Yeah, there's some toys I wish I still had from when I was a kid. I could probably find them again and buy them, but it's not the same as having the actual one you played with when you were younger. Oh yeah, KB Toys, I remember them. There was them, there was Toys R Us, there was a few other toy chains, but I do not remember the name at the moment. I remember going to Kmart, Ames was another one, Woolworths. A lot of them are gone now. You got any questions you want to ask me or anything? Yeah, action figures back in the day were just so much more interesting, I think, than today. Oh, Merry Christmas, Zalacy. Is that how you say your name? Well, they say Toys R Us is coming back, so we'll see. I actually filmed an abandoned one a couple years ago and actually got a lot of views. It's now a um, changing to something else now. Yeah, sure, we could do a collab. I had to see how to do it. I know one time through Google or YouTube or something, two people would do like a video chat, and you could both be able to see them. I always meant to do it with a couple of people. I never got around to it, but I think YouTube has changed that or Google's changed it, so I'm not sure how to do it. Yeah, maybe we could do a couple of them, like review a product together on my channel and review a different product together in yours. I'm always down for working with other YouTubers. It's just figuring out how to get the process going with that. I know some of those things like Zoom or something, you could record it and then upload it. I've never done Zoom before. I did a video chat on Facebook. I did what's the other chat called? Can I remember at the moment? It's been forever, and I always had trouble with it. But that's just a regular chat. I never actually copied it. I know there's ways to do it. I'm not the biggest computer expert in the world. Okay, as long as we can figure out how to do it if you want. Just when you get a chance, message me some ideas about what you might want to review. And then if we could figure out how to do it, yeah. You have any questions or any particular topics else you want to talk about too? Oh, I'm curious. Where are you talking from? What state are you in? Rarest collection item. Um, I'm not sure. I have to think about that for a while and get back to you. Okay, so you definitely deal with a pretty cold place right now. A cold front is actually coming in here to Florida, and it's supposed to be the coldest Christmas in like 20 years. But when it rarely gets cold here, it doesn't stay cold long. That's why I don't miss living up north. I don't miss snow. Interestingly, here in Central Florida, they opened up an indoor snow park. One of these days, I want to stop there and check it out. Now, the only snow I care about now is in a nice frosty beverage. So, what do you think about all this with the virus? You gonna get the vaccine if you have a chance? Well, I can understand that this is new. It's like back in the 70s when we had the problems with the swine flu, and they rushed the vaccine really quickly, and a lot of people got sick. I don't think that's going to happen this time around, but we'll see. I know some prominent people has gotten it. Is New Jersey pretty much locked down still now? Here in Florida, pretty much most things is open up. It's generally, I wouldn't say life is normal, but I think it's more normal here than a lot of other parts of the country. No, I think I know what they are, but no. So you're not locked down. Well, then I guess you're in better shape than New York, because I heard they have a lot. They're much more stringent on things, especially New York City. Actually, been in New York City once, long time ago now, more years than I care to admit. I actually went to New Jersey once, but I don't remember it at all. I was pretty young, and I think it was very brief. Okay, I'll have to double check and look into it. Well, you would have liked that toy expo I went to. They had a lot of stuff there. Some good deals, and then some of it pretty pricey. I think the numbers for the virus is going to be high for a while. Even with a vaccine, it's not going to magically change that now, not beginning next year or whatever. Yeah, I'll have to look online and see what it looks like. Yeah, supposedly. I wouldn't be surprised because it's like a new strain of flu every year. I had it earlier this year, so I got antibodies, but who knows how long? They're not sure how long someone's immune to it, and some people has been known to get it more than once. It's rare, but it could happen. So I still take it pretty seriously. Have you had it, or know anyone who has? Well, you're lucky then. Yeah, I wore the mask and everything, took all the precautions. I still got it, so taking the precautions help, but it's no guarantee. Then again, there's nothing guaranteed in life. Well, I suppose death, that's about the only thing. I mean, the old saying was Benjamin Franklin said something like, "The only thing that's guaranteed is death and taxes." I death definitely taxes. If you're smart enough, you can get away with not paying any taxes. Did you see the Christmas Star? I actually filmed it, and it did really well on views. I live streamed it. I filmed it separately. Did really, and I actually filmed it the next day at Disney. Uh, I listen to most kinds of music. The only ones I don't really care for is like heavy metal. But I like rock and roll, pop, things like that. Um, Classical music, some jazz is good. I like most kinds, but except heavy metal is just too loud for me. Oh, Merry Christmas Eve to you, um, Nelia Savory. Savory. I'm probably saying. I'm sorry. I'm probably saying your name totally bad. How are you? And how's your Christmas Eve going so far? Yeah, just talking about general stuff, whatever. Country's okay. There's some that's good in there, and some I don't care for. Every brand of music, kind of there's some in there that's good and some I don't like. That's awesome to hear about your Christmas Eve. Uh, Nelia Savory. I hope I'm not butchering it too bad. If there's anything you guys want to ask or talk about, just let me know. What's some of your guys' favorite movies? I am a huge Indiana Jones fan, and of course Batman. I like a lot of the Marvel movies, the DC ones, some more than others. Star Wars, Star Trek, some action movies. Like I really like the Equalizer and Equalizer 2, and the John Wick ones. But I also like documentaries about history, nature, things like that. One of my favorite movies is a Disney movie, Sword and Stone. And I like a lot of the Pixar movies. My favorite is Monster Inc., and then my second has to be Nemo. I don't mind some horror movies, but I'm not big into it. I just It's best horror movies to watch, in my opinion, in moderation. But my favorite series of horror movies would have to be Hellraiser. Sure, Conrail Connoisseur. If I ever do, I'll let you know. Yeah, I like dog movies too. The end of Marley and Me was very, very sad. I don't like why. I hate watching movies when a dog dies. I know. At least I'm talking about the movie version of it. It's not real. Like one of my favorite movies is I Am Legend, starring Will Smith. Very good movie. The emotion in there. He did such an amazing job. I love that movie. I like it. I hate watching it because that dog dies. I know the dog really didn't die, but they still show it as dying, and I yeah, just hate that. So it always bothers me when animals, especially dogs, die. I know it's not real, but still bothers me. Like the newest Jurassic World movie that they made a year or two ago, when they're pulling away from that island, and that one last dinosaur's there, and it's moaning and it's scared and everything. I just hate that. was so sad. But if you guys like Disney movies, you should try to get to Disney World because they have a lot of rides based off of the movies. I don't think they have a Monster Inc. ride. They need to one day do something like that. They have like meet and greets and stuff like that. I would love for them to do a ride in the Sword and Stone, but I don't think they're going to do one on that ever. It's just an older one now. Yeah, some classic movies are good. Like one movie, it was a classic one, at least I think, is the original Thing. I still like the original Thing better than the remake they made in the 80s and then the remake they made within the last couple years. Is there any movies that you like because they're so bad, they're considered so bad, but they're good? Well, they kind of do have a slinky roller coaster. Um, Based off that one Toy Story, what's his name? That dog that's like a slinky? They have it at Toy Story Land at Hollywood Studios. Yeah, I like him too. Um, oh, what was that where he's a vigilante? Death Wish, I think. And then that one cowboy movie he was in I liked. There's several others. I'm horrible remembering names of movies and things like that. Sometimes a movie could be so bad it makes it good. Like for example, there was two movies that was considered bad, but I really like them, even though I don't think they're bad. The Avengers and Pluto Nash, starring Eddie Murphy. I love that movie. It's so funny. A lot of people consider it one of the worst movies ever, and I don't see why. Battlefield Earth with John Travolta was considered a really bad movie. I liked it. Um, Let me think. There's been some others, and like I said, I'm horrible remembering names. You know, as soon as we're done talking, the name of them will come to me. But sometimes the movie can be just so bad it makes it good. You should look at on YouTube, look up like horrible like death scenes when a person gets like shot in a shootout and he over dramatizes him getting shot and it looks so fake. Oh, what's my favorite Christmas movie? Die Hard 1. I don't care what anyone says. That is a Christmas movie. You know, I've never seen any of the Sharknado movies. I've been meaning to. What's your guys' favorite Christmas movie? Hmm. So you're not a Tom Cruise fan, huh? He's okay. I don't mind him. Some of his movies I like. Yeah, he's been in the news recently about having a pretty angry discussion he had with some of his coworkers. I don't watch a lot of Christmas movies. You know what I just seen, and it was on FX, I think. Um, what's that? That movies usually call it with Ebenezer Scrooge. Well, they had one. that came out in 2019 on there. It was really a miniseries starring Guy Pearce, I think his name is, as Ebenezer Scrooge. It's in a way it's very different from previous versions of that movie, but it was really good. And then the version of that movie that Patrick Stewart did was really good too. So those would probably be another one I'd say I really like. The Muppets version of that is too with Michael Caine was like one of my favorite ones for the longest time. I don't think it's called Scrooge though. Isn't it like I'm not gonna say it, but I'm gonna be totally wrong. Um but just look up Guy I think his name was Guy Pearce or Patrick Stewart and you'll see the Christmas movie that they did, what it's called. But they played Ebenezer Scrooge. Christmas Carol, yes, that's right. They did a cartoon version of it. Um Disney did years ago. It's been so long since I seen it. I need to find that on DVD one time. But they had this. If you ever seen DuckTales, they had that version, that character play Ebenezer Scrooge. It was so good. I gotta find that. I haven't seen that in forever. Makes me think of those things. There's this other cartoon movie of with Mickey and Pluto and I hate this because I'm so bad on names sometimes. With the two squirrels and they're in the tree, and Mickey cuts the tree down, brings it in, and that was their home. And Pluto wasn't too happy about it. I actually found a whole movie on YouTube once. I watched part of it. I need to watch it again. Some of the old cartoon movies is better than today, but not all of them. Okay, yeah, that might actually be it. What's his name? I think voiced Scrooge. He also was in the movie with the talking horse from the 50s. Oh, I don't remember now. Horrible with names. Oh, 3D version. 2D. Okay, thanks for stopping in, Conrail Conjure. I appreciate it. Yeah, hopefully we get talked again soon. I may do one more live stream before the end of the year. I thought about doing this like a weekly thing. We have to see. Maybe pick a specific time every week so to give people more notice. All right, back in the day watching the Home Alone movies and that Griswold or Chevy Chase one with the Griswold's Family Christmas or whatever. I liked them back in the day, but they wouldn't be my cup of tea now. Nyla Savory, where are you talking from? I always like to find out that out. I always find it interesting. It's interesting. The world is so big, could be so small at the same time. With technology, is bringing everyone together. Okay, so you're not hugely far from me. I'm in Central Florida. Yeah, they say our Christmas tomorrow is supposed to be the coldest Christmas that Florida's had in 20 years. But you know how it is. It doesn't stay cold here very long. Yeah, I live in Central Florida. So I do a lot of Disney videos and stuff like that. You never know. It has happened. It snowed in Florida. They actually opened up a snow park in here in Central Florida. No, it might have been Ocala, but I'm not sure. I mean to go there and vlog it. How old are you, if you don't mind if I ask? But if it does snow in Florida, it won't be much. I haven't seen any snow here. I've seen some frost on like the roof and the grass a little bit. Yeah, but if you're ever interested in looking at some Florida stuff, attractions and things, check out my channel. I have 2,000 plus videos, so I have a lot. When I lived up north, I used to build snowmen. Where I lived, we used to get a lot of snow. I don't miss it. Well, one day you might get a chance, especially if you visit up north during the wintertime. Who knows, it may snow enough in Florida where you get a chance to do it. You should check out that snow park in Central Florida. They have like a huge building, and they have all the snow inside there. I have not been to it yet. But like I said, I think it's in Ocala. I'm going to get going soon. Is there any final questions you want to ask or anything you want to talk about? Yeah, I like Christmas too. Well, it'll be here pretty darn soon. Okay, what would you like to ask? Favorite character? Probably was it Tigger? I think is how you call him. I actually saw Tigger at Magic Kingdom the other day. They're doing meet and greets again, but it's very socially distanced, so you can't get too close. I have to say him. Him hopping up on top on his tail, I always thought was cool. I haven't seen Winnie the Pooh in forever. They have a Winnie the Pooh ride at Disney. I rode it once years ago. I gotta ride it again, film it. Actually, saw Piglet too for a meet and greet at Magic Kingdom the other day, and so was the rabbit. I forget the rabbit's name. Anything else you'd like to ask or talk about before I go? Well, you definitely love to visit Disney, though. They have a lot of Winnie the Pooh stuff. And he actually makes appearances at, I know at least at Epcot. Probably some other places too. Oh, so you've been to Disney World? Okay. Yeah, I'm an annual pass holder. I try to go about once a week, and I always get there. I've actually uploaded recently a lot of Disney videos. I'm probably gonna take a break because next month I want to do some non-theme park stuff, museums and things like that, roadside attractions. If you check out my channel, I do a lot of different stuff, theme park stuff, unboxing videos. I explore film locations, abandoned places. Well, I don't go every day. I go about once a week. I have the annual pass, and I'm on a payment plan for that, so I pay for part of it every month. I couldn't pay for it outright. It'd be several $100s at a time. And of course, I also buy my mom's annual pass, so that's double. So for hers and my pass, we're talking about somewhere between $1,200 to $1,400 a year. It's not cheap to go to Disney. It's a lot of money, but the payment plan's the way to go. Of course, I now have the highest level pass. There was one above me, but they suspended the sale of that now because of the virus. There are lower level passes that are cheaper, but then you're dealing with blackout dates and all that. What do you mean you felt bad for me? Yeah, once you have the entrance fee, like the annual pass taken care of, you don't, if you're careful with like not spend money on souvenirs or food, it's doable, especially if you don't have to stay at a resort. But eating at Disney's expensive. I've done some recently to film on my channel, but it's a habit I can't do very often. Well, there's not anything else. I'm gonna get going. It's actually almost been an hour already. Time flies by when you're having fun, guys. I'm gonna hopefully do another live stream before the end of the year. I may make this as a weekly occurrence. The only thing is, if I do that, I really want to do it the same time every day, or not every day, but every week on the same day. So I don't know. It all has to depend on what's going on. I've had to think of the best day to do it. It would be more earlier in the day. Probably would be either a Friday, Saturday, or a Sunday. But let's see. And I could do like weekly updates, just answer questions, talk to people. Because I actually enjoy doing this. And I know the people that come in always seem to have fun. I always like to talk. But it all depends. I have to think about it for a little bit and when the best time would be to do. But that is it. I got to get going, everyone. If you have any comments, questions, just tack it on to the end of this. I'll try to get back to you. And I appreciate everyone watching my videos and subscribing and liking them and leaving comments and everything. In case I don't get a chance to do another live stream before the end of the year, I just want to say Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas Eve, too. I hope everyone has a Happy New Year and hopefully 2021 is better than 2020. So I know for me, but also for a lot of people, 2020 really sucked. Royally sucked. What everything that's going on in the world. And as I mentioned earlier, a lot of you know, This past year, I lost my brother, and then back in August, I lost my father from the coronavirus. My mom and I both were sick with it, so I take it very seriously, and I know how damaging it can be. So hopefully, with a vaccine coming out, it's going to be a lot more return to normalcy, hopefully, and we can start leaving the virus in the rear view window. Hopefully, we'll see. It all depends. Anyways, I'm going to get going. I hope everyone has a nice day, and that's about it. Oh, thanks, Nyla. Say, I appreciate it. I'm going to get going, but I'm going to be doing these live streams again. If you're interested in seeing some of that Disney stuff, just check out my channel. And if you have any questions on any of it, just let me know. And I will be doing a live stream again, but I'm not sure when. I may do it. I may do it as a weekly thing. I don't know. It all depends. Even though I have over 2,000 plus videos, and I've been doing this for several years now, YouTube, my amount of live streams is actually quite small compared to all my other videos. Most of my live streams are still on. A couple of them was like delete off of YouTube, even though I didn't do it. Somehow YouTube did or something. I don't know what happened with it. Anyways, I'm gonna get going. I hope you have a good night, and bye everybody. All right, cool. Bye. Thumbs up.